Hey there Nephalems, welcome back to Sagittarian Gaming. Sag is here and today we are diving deep into the build that took me to rank 1 in the world, the Flash Quakes Barbarian speedrun build. This is not just any build, it's the ultimate speed farm machine for this season in terms of speedrun. Have you ever dreamed of being both a barbarian and a sorcerer at the same time? Well, with this build, those dreams come true. Imagine leaping across the battlefield with infinite leap teleport, creating huge infinite earthquakes that wipe out everything in your path. This build is all about rushing XP, maximizing pit run gains and one-shotting bosses like they are nothing. It's designed for speed, efficiency and insane damage output. If you want to fly through Sanctuary faster than Flash himself, this is the build for you. With this setup, I managed to clear pit 100 in just 60 seconds. Yeah, you heard that right, 60 seconds to wipe out some of the hardest content in the game. If you're ready to dominate the leaderboards and leave other barbarians in the dust, you've come to the right place. Hi guys, Sag is here. I decided to make this video because a lot of you guys asked me some questions about how this build works and how to perform well with this build. So I want to make this FAQ to answer to all your questions and gives you some more juicy tips to improve your gameplay. Alright my friends, so as you can see here, this build is the #1 speedrun barbarian build. On the pit leaderboard website, we have made 60 seconds to clear the pit 100. As you can see here, Barbarian speedrun, we are the first with this build. And why this is so strong, my friend, and why you have to play this build, because as you can see here in commentary, one bro tells us trying out your build, just need Chaco need to say this is the most fun to play build I've ever used, including all other class. So this is really fun and really powerful. This video will be an FAQ and an analysis of my pit run. You have the run here, rank 1 world barb speed run record, and you have the fastest and best barbarian build full in-depth guide just right here, my friend, on my YouTube channel. More than 20,000 views. We had also my planner because I'm Diablo partner and Mobalytics.gg. Already more than 500 favorites. I'll let you check in the video's description. Already done some other good rank previous season with other class. So my friend, if you like this type of content, if you like try out content, you like real good and tips to improve your gameplay and try to have the best rank possible, feel free to like this video and drop a comment down below. I will appreciate a lot. And Nephalems, don't forget the most important things to help me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Right, so the run that you have seen in the introduction was the best barbarian speedrun of the leaderboard for pit 100. I will start to answer to your question, then we will analyze the run and I will give you more other good tips. Here we go. So this build is all about cooldown reduction to get the possibility to create infinite leap. And you will need also back jar runes to create teleports, right? So the first question was, why didn't you publish your record on Eltai? It's done, my friend, as we just seen rank 1 barbarian in terms of speedrun. So that is done. The second most asked question is, how did you manage to make the cooldown of jumps so low? What's the baseline CDR needed to be really functional? What is the minimum number that we need to reach for leap when using the link calculator? I will show you the calculator just right before. I will explain to create infinite leap, as you can see here, and to make some teleport after you have traveled 55 meters. But to create infinite leap, you will have a good amount of CDR. But there is no one answer to this question. And why? Because it exists 3 sources of cooldown reduction, right? You can have a cooldown reduction or Harlequin Crest. For example, you can have also leap cooldown reduction on your amulet, or you can also have brawling cooldown reduction. So there is no one overall stat for cooldown reduction. You can mix them up to reach the perfect cooldown that you need to create infinite leap. And for this, you will have to use the calculator. You have to go on my build, here stat, then here you will have the Google Doc spreadsheet. You have to create a copy to use it. Thank Snail for this amazing calculator that helped us a lot. Then you will have to enter your value. So I will enter the value. All right, it's magic. Now the calculator is filled. This is my stat. As you can see here, you can have a cooldown reduction on your helm. You will need Shaco with GA on cooldown reduction. You can have also mobility leap on your boot, amulet, cooldown reduction, brawling, cooldown reduction, mobility leap, cooldown reduction with temper. And you have to fill this sheet. You will have also giant stride aspect. I recommend you to have the maximum of aspects 3.5 or even 3 seconds will be enough. All right, and you have to reach here 0 with 0 enemy, 0 with 1 enemy, 0 with 2 enemy, 0 with boss. And for example, another question, and this is the question of a subscriber. But the next line, daily with 1 enemy, shows then again some value larger than 0. So why it's harder to reach daily with 1 enemy is just because of the giant stride aspect. It's due to giant stride aspect, but also with the enhanced leap, because giant stride reduces the cooldown leap by 3.5 seconds per enemy hit. So if you hit just 1 enemy, you will reduce the cooldown of 3.5 seconds. But if there is no enemy with enhanced leap, you will reduce this cooldown by 4 seconds. So this is why it's harder to reach the 0-second delay with 1 enemy. Just for this. Alright, now what is better on the weapon, vulnerable or critical hit damage? Vulnerable is always better if you are low gear, if you have not enough critical strike chance, because if you prefer critical strike damage but you will have under than 40% critical strike chance, you will miss damage a lot. But when you start reaching around 40% critical strike chance or even more than 80-90% of critical strike chance, critical strike damage will be better. And there are several explanations for this. The first one is that you will have some skill as Heavy Undead that gives you 36x increased critical strike damage, so it scales a lot when you have high amount of critical strike chance and critical strike damage. Thermoser good glyph as Wrath that gives you 14x critical strike damage also, so that is scaled a lot with your critical strike chance and critical strike damage. And you got also more critical strike chance bonus with Gens, because Emerald gives you 72% critical strike damage and Sapphire gives you plus 54% vulnerable damage. So critical strike damage is always better if you have enough of critical strike chance. Now, can I use Doombringer or Grandfather? So yes, you can use Doombringer, that gives you more sustain, more toughness with damage reduction and regen of life. You can use Doombringer because it will gives you good amount of critical strike damage multiplier, but tempers are really strong and really important, and tempers will be always better. If you don't have temper, or if you don't have mats, or if you are starting to play this build and you already have Grandfather, you can play with it. If you struggle with your life in the pit, you can play with Doombringer, but temper are worse, my friend. You really have to have perfect masterwork on chance to earthquake cast strike. It's really strong. You need also one perfect earthquake duration. This is really strong. Perfect heavy hitter, as you can see. So tempers are really strong and masterwork is really strong, so it's always worse rather than mythics as a weapon, my friend. How are you gauging which groups to hit with Ota and which ones to leave just to earthquake? We will see this in the run with my analysis of the run, and did this build clear 150. So this is a speedrun build, and why this build is strong, because it's also the perfect mix between damage and speed. So you can clear all the endgame content with ease. You can one-shot all bosses, you can speedrun hordes, you can speedrun through hell tides, witch tide, you will clear everything. So finally, to answer to this question, you can clear the pit 135 plus 140, 145, and finally maybe you can clear the pit 150, but you'll be out of time, I think, And if you want to rank at the pit 150, you will have to play another version that I will present you in the next video. But for everything else, this build is really the best build to play if you want to play for fun, for speed, for clear. Everything is just if you want to push hard the pit 150, you will have to play with the bash variant of this build without leap. Alright, now let's check the gameplay together. Let's check this rank 1 world Barb speedrun record. My friend, I will give you some tips and I will try to explain how I play this build. The first thing is, if you have enough gear, you can just let a group of elites in your one earthquake and they will die. But it will depend of if you place your earthquake well. If you jump right into the middle of the elite pack, you can, with your Warcry and your Call of the Ancient, and don't forget Call of the Ancient, because with the Vehement Brawler aspect it gives you plus 30% X damage for 8 seconds. So this is really important to boost your damage, Call of the Ancient and a Warcry. So if you jump right into the middle of the elite group, they will die in your earthquake even if you have just one earthquake on the ground. But with solo elite, they have ton of HP and maybe you will have to put your hammer to explode your earthquake and deals more damage. Alright, here we go. As you can see here, they are not fully regrouped, but I decide to go straight away. And if you want to try to be faster than ever, you will have to let them die in your earthquake. But if you jump next to it, you will miss some damage. Here I struggle a bit. This is why this build can clear under 60 seconds. As you can see here, I struggle a bit on this fucking wall and I lost almost 1 second. So you have to be really precise. Just look my mouse cursor where it is to jump efficiently, my friend. Another question that some people ask me is it worse on controller? Is it not as worse on controller as if you play on PC, but it's also not as terrible as it was before. So you can try to play with controller, but it's really better to play with mouse and keyboard. So you have to be really precise and focused to jump at the right place. Also, I struggle on the wall here, and you can approximately do 2 leap, 1 teleport, 2 leap, 1 teleport. It depends. You will already have to leap into the elites, and you have to use teleport if you are moving and searching elites. You can see here. As you can see here, I jumped twice because I've seen that my earthquake is not well placed and I need another earthquakes on the monster. You can see that they take a lot of damage and now I know they will die in my earthquakes. This part is really rough. I was really fast. This artillery shrine is really rough to add more DPS. So 2 jump, 1 teleport, 1 or 2 jump and teleport. As you can see here, I tried to leap really at the middle of the elite pack and to jump 1 teleport, and now I'm at the middle of the elite pack, and here I'm going to lose another 1 or 2 seconds because I thought the portal will spawn below and he spawned just in top of me. So alright, so just before the boss, let's check another without making pause on the video. So this is really fast. As you can see here, I just decided to jump really at the middle of the monster pack. Sometimes maybe I will even miss a bit. As you can see here, as we can move fast and quick between the elite packs. Now the boss. And for the boss, the best thing you can do is to cast Call of the Ancient because you will have more DPS with Vehement Brawler's aspect. You will have to cast Warcry. You will have to put, it depends of your gear and DPS, 1 or 2, or maybe if you are low gear, 3 Earthquake, and you cast Hammer of the Ancient to explode all your Earthquake. 1, 2, 3, boom. He's dead. Alright, Nephalem, that wraps up the FAQ for the Flash Quakes Barbarian. If you're serious about dominating speedrun and clearing content faster than ever, this build is truly your best option. with infinite leap teleport, you'll be flying across the battlefield, wiping out everything in your path with massive continuous earthquake that leave nothing standing. It's perfect setup for speed farming XP, maximizing loot from pit runs, and absolutely obliterating bosses in just a few hits. Whether you're trying to break records or just farm dungeons faster than any other build, the Flash Quakes Barb is unmatched in its efficiency. You'll love how it handles both large mobs and elite enemies effortlessly, letting your chain kills leap across entire maps and feel like a true powerhouse. This build doesn't just keep you moving fast, it one-shot enemies, clears entire room in seconds, and let you outpace everything in Diablo 4. Alright, Nephalem, my friend, thank you for all your questions, and if you've got more, feel free to drop them in the comment below. If you want to stay at the competition and learn all the latest tips, tricks and builds, make sure to hit that like, subscribe and turn on notification. You can also join my Discord and come and say hi to my Twitch channel. It was Sagittarian, thanks for following me, we'll meet very soon in Sanctuary, and don't forget that you are the best.